Good afternoon, Spartan football players again. Today we are on day three of football. I'm going to give you the weekend off, so there'll be no video for Saturday and Sunday. What I would like to see you guys start doing is sending me a text of you doing this footwork so I can see your footwork, and of course I can assess it and send you back some information. Okay? Again, I've got Ryan here. Ryan's going to set himself up into what we call our great pass blocking stance. I talk about sitting on a stool. Okay, if I had a stool right here underneath him, I can pull it right out, and he can be sitting right in that stool. Okay, he's in that good position. You can see knee inside toe again, knee inside toe. This is our anchor foot. Okay, the foot that is back, he is a right side offensive tackle for the University of Rochester. And because of that, his right side is his anchor foot. Now once you see him, he gets in that nice tight position, but get back down again, right? Once he's in it, big proud chest. He's squeezing his lats together. We talk about squeezing the armpits with our elbows in nice and tight. Our hands are in tight. Our hands are in tight to our body because we don't want to give the defensive lineman any tools to play with. The minute he gets his hands out here as a defensive lineman, I can now swat and do things to his hands that we start to talk about as a defensive lineman about knocking hands down and hand fighting to get into it. But the longer he can stay patient and keep his hands tighter to his body, the longer he can wait to make that big punch. And we'll talk about that in probably the next offensive line setup. Okay? So right now, I don't care if you're an offensive guard on the right side or if you are an offensive tackle on the right side. This will be your stance. Again, he'll get into it. We'll hold it for a couple seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003. Relax. Now, if I were to tell him, okay, now play left side tackle or left side guard, it's the same concept. He's going to anchor that foot in. You see that foot's in anchored. He'll set up that right foot up nicely. Once again, watch his knees. Watch his good body position. Sitting on the stool, knee inside. This is our anchor leg. That's our post leg. Post leg, anchor leg. Okay? Excellent. Okay? From there, we're going to start talking about the steps that we are going to take during our set. And the first set we're going to talk about is our vertical set. So if I was a defensive end or a defensive tackle and I wanted to rush up the field on the side of Ryan, again, Ryan's a right side guy. If I'm rushing on this side of him, this is the upside pressure we're talking. Okay, now we're going to move on to kick stepping. The first time we're going to talk about kick stepping is a vertical pass rush. Okay, I'm a defensive end. I'm a defensive tackle on the outside of Ryan here. It's on his right side. I'm going to take a step forward. He would kick step. So he's just going to work on the kick step. Get into position, and he's going to do a 1-2 kick step. Ready? Set, hit, boom, boom. Nice and patient. He's in good position. Look where his body lean went to. His inside, because we always want to protect the inside. Inside is the quickest lane to the quarterback. Reload. Okay? Now he's going to do the same thing, and now he's going to give us 4 steps. So now he's just working that pass rush, nice and patient, upfield. Ready? Set, hit. 1, 2, good. Excellent job. Reload. Okay? Now the next one he's going to work on is it would happen to be if I'm the defensive end and I decide that instead of going upfield, I'm going to go inside. He's going to close the door and keep his post leg up tight. So now he's just going to work on closing the door to close that distance between him and the guard so that defensive end can't go back up inside. So right now he's working close the door. Set, hit. Boom, boom. Good. Great 2-step. And back. Now he's going to give you 4 steps. Close the door. Ready. Set, hit. Excellent. Okay. Now we can change always the patterns of these. So now we're going to reload them. We're going to have him do a 4-step vertical to 2-step close the door. Okay. So pass rusher's coming upfield. Here we go. Ready. Set, hit. 1, 2, and then back inside 2. And he's covered it. Great job. Now let's set him up on the other side. Same concept. Again, we want to work both sides because as of right now, you don't know if you're a right tackle, a right guard, a left guard, or a left tackle. Okay?
Which am I doing? Full?
Let's go 2. We're going to go 2-step first. Okay?
Just two-step vertical or two-step in?
Two-step vertical. Ready. Set hit. Good. That was four-step, but that's okay. All right, now we'll do the two-step. We'll go backwards. We got a little Polishness in our family, so we can do that halfway like that. Here we go. Set hit. Excellent. Now he's going to do a two-step, close the door on the inside. A lot of the time we use close the door off the bat is our offensive guards when they have a D tackle on the inside to a center. So if I'm inside here and he wants to close the door and get inside, he's got to move himself into me. So here we go. He's going to show you. I'm out inside of him.
You want 2 or 4?
Let's go 2 first. Ready? Set hit. Because remember, our center is going to be working over with us to this side to that linebacker. So now, let's say he's got him alone. Now he's going to do the same thing, set up, and he's going to go 4-step, close the door. Because remember, he wants to take away that inside path to the quarterback. Ready? The hit. Excellent. And right now, his body is totally in front of me to protect the quarterback. That's a great job of closing the door. Okay? So, let's do the pattern on this side. That's the only thing we forgot. Here we go. He's going to give you 4-step vertical, 2-step, close the door. Ready? Set hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Excellent. Excellent. And that's a great job on if someone's vertically rushing upfield and they start to spin inside, you work that back inside. Okay? Great footwork right there. Now, if we start to talk about centers, once you snap the ball, depending on what side the defender is on, that's the side that you're going to have to either decide if I'm working with a guard, my post leg's going to be up with that guard, or if I'm by myself, whichever way I'm comfortable, as long as I can control most of that guy. And remember, when we pass block, being patient is key. Because I don't have to block this whole guy. I want to make sure that my job as the offensive lineman, that I don't want him to get to my quarterback. So if he wants to decide to go upfield, I can keep him out here, and I got half of him here. If he decides to go inside, I'm just going to crush him inside and close the door. So it's all about footwork. Footwork has to be done every day. Now, to make this more game-like, we're going to talk about coming out of the three-point stance. And right off the bat, instead of working to a 2-step, I'm going to make Ryan go right to 4-step out of his stance. Okay, I'll be that defensive lineman just taking a nice, easy walk upfield. He won't even hit me. Okay, hand down. Ready? Set, hit. Look at how much patience he has. He has not even done anything with his hands because I have not threatened him. Great job. Okay? Now we're going to close the door. I'm going to come from here, work my way inside. He's going to close the door. Ready? Set, hit. Good job. If you notice, he took the first vertical step and then worked back inside. Let's switch the sides. Vertical step out of stance. Ready? Set, hit. Excellent. Now, he's going to work on closing the door. Ready? Set, hit. Boom, boom. Good. Excellent job. Okay, when we start talking about guard and center play, and we start talking about their depth of their drop compared to an offensive tackle who has all the space in the world on the outside to work with, these guys have to give up ground a little bit slower because they're tighter to the quarterback. So which means when I do a kick step, I'm going to kick step, and it's mostly a 6-inch kick step compared to that big kick step as an offensive tackle. Okay? So now you'll watch Ryan work out of stance and just work that small 6-inch on a 3 technique outside shade defensive tackle. Ready? Set, hit. And now he can't give up ground. He's going to really work that anchor leg and his inside post leg to keep this guy from getting upfield. Okay? That's an excellent job. Let's do one side on the other side. Ready? Set, hit. Boom. Excellent job. And if you notice, he was more lateral on his step compared to getting depth. That lateral step is what's going to help him keep that D tackle from getting upfield and make him widen his rush instead of coming inside. I'm going to stress to you guys as many times as you can work on this footwork to get yourself ready, the easier season's gonna be, the easier games are gonna be. So continue to keep working on this footwork. Today, work on stance. Sit in that stance. Post leg, anchor leg, nice and tight with the hands, elbows in. My hands are right out in front of me here. There's a little space here between my hands and my chest, but they're tight to me because I don't want to give him anything just yet, okay? Hold. Give me 5 sets of 30-second holds. Do it on each side, okay? Once you get done with that, work out a stance. 2-step, 5 sets. 2-step, 5 sets to the left. Close the door, 5 sets. Close the door, 5 steps out of stance. You could do 5 sets without the stance. Don't be afraid to send me a text. If you need my number, Coach Kramer has it. Okay? A couple of the other guys have it too. Ask them, reach out to them. I'd like to see you guys do this so I can correct it so we're ready to roll. You never know when they're going to get us out there on the field. All right? Great job. Keep doing what you're doing. Have a great weekend, Spartans.